The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New York Jets. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, 180, 50 seconds, come on. Gun. That's trash.
Now Newton on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Red 80. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Red 80. Showing up. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch twist. Out. Red 80.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Hunt. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready. Ready. Get this down to the mic. Hey, check. Great.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Switch it.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, it's White. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go.
Mike 5-5.
Now Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Darnold fighting him off. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there was just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Coming to you. Check 4. Red 80, 55.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Check, 93's the mark, 93's the mark. 8. Kill. 20. Kill. Turn.
Off play action. Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Mike 57. Watch the run.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Red 80. Tight end right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, Alpha. Switch. Hey, yo, 80.
From the 38, Darnold. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
He's coming, double up. Check 20. Red 80.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go, G. Tighten up. Kill.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here I come. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Gun.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Willis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got him. Check 13. Check 26. Gun. Check 37.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
8. Mark 38. Here I come. So here's the mic. I'm not ready. Greg.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Let's get off the field, D. Ready? Hey, check one, check one. Watch it, five. Keep it red, 80. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Red, 80.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Vince. Smith, 77 yards, and the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Next, the score, Jets 14, Chargers 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Ready? 180. Gun. You got tight.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Here, baby.
It's a loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
This one caught by Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, lady. Bravo.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Say, waiting. Hey, wahoo!
Now it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Red 80. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, orbit.
Red 80. Hey, check 20. Red 80.
Darnold on first down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 5-5. Mike, Red 80. Come to my
Hey, Haywood.
Come to my work.
Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The lady, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. The lady.
Hey, Charlie.
Darnold on third down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Go.
5.
Rush in. Lady. No. Off.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here I come again. Lady. Switch.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. The 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, LA.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So now the Chargers are going to bring the offense back out to go for two here.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
20.
Hunt going to run for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get the ball. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to air it out and got his man complete. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check 24. Alert 3. Check. Red 80. Check. Lucky. Hatchet. Red 80.
This is Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Crash. Shit.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here we go, son. March 49.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Shift. Watch the lady. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Out. Out.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Tight dog, lady. Slam. Check. Check. Check.
Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got it. Check the touch.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. This is caught. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. 42 the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. You got nothing today. You got great. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And let's pin that.
Full street. Mike 42. Mike 42. 20. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Here's Newton. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 50, Newton. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On third down, it's Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 4, check 4. Kill, kill, kill. Turn on, young lady. Kill, kill, turn up. Shoot. Red 80. Switch. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check, that.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got it. Pick the edge.
They'll run. This is Hunt. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Gun. Let's put that team on the front. A little flare.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
20.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. After the run, Newton going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check three. Check safety. Bang.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And some room to work. 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5.
At their own 36-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time?
This is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Pull it together. Check. Check, lady. 49, guys. Mike.
Hey, exit.
Rabbit. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Darnold now to throw. Now he's got it. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now Bell, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey! Watch the ship.
Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
8. 42. Mike Fred. Mike 42. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Mike 42.
I'm coming. Great. 42. Mike 42.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Check.
One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception.